Hey, welcome all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab, doing what I do for you. I keep giving you life lessons. I'm going to continue to give you life lessons, but this is going to be one from the dark side, okay? This ought to be fun. I'm doing a little off-script teaching today, so let's see how it's work out for you. Let's rock. Right is a 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka to know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is, to know thyself. So you see where we're going with this. Let's get there together. And I ask the question daily, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, foolish, disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, so you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can wake them up. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my yacht be true. See the Kango? That's what I rocked back in the day when I was doing my thing, so I had to flip it around. So today, let's take a walk on the dark side, aka right thinkers. Let's talk about tales from the dark side, aka my life or my dad's life, father's son. How about that? Criminals, okay? So something like that. How we did it. Let me try to break this down. But that was just part of me. That wasn't me. I was just led that way. So put on my dad. That's funny. That's not good. All right, here you go. Right thinkers, let's talk about this thing right quick. I tell you all the time in this part of my life story, I was raised by a hustler, a criminal-minded dude, egotistical, my dad. And I learned a lot of bad things. Leave it at that, okay? We ain't got to get just I wasn't always a good guy. And I learned bad stuff. So it didn't come natural. No, I learned it. I wasn't a participant in life, right thing. Because anything you was part of, take your responsibility for it. That's all. I'm doing that now. But yeah, I'll let you know, he did it. And because I was young and ignorant of myself, I followed my dad, doing all the wrong things. Nothing that guy did was legit. Above board, everything we did, everything on my whole life is based on, always on that side. Once I paid, and that lifestyle comes with a price. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, and being young and ignorant to my higher self, I followed my old man down that path of darkness or wrongdoings. All right. In doing so, again, take responsibility for mine. And once I paid for my ignorance, aka the consequences of my actions, okay, I changed. What? Me. What? I'm not trying to do that again, but when I was doing it, I was doing it. And now I look back, I said, boy, I call my dark night, the dark magician, whatever, dark side. I'm having a problem looking back on my life, and I don't dwell in there, but yeah, I remember all them times, someone was good, someone wasn't. But the question was, if what you're doing don't pay off for you, why you doing it? For the moment, yeah, that's what you got. Momentary pleasure, momentary satisfaction. But when it's time to pay up, not so good. That's the difference in the dark side. Dark is ignorance. Light is knowledge. From the dark side, now I look back, I see that in everything, and I look back again, I made a bunch of bad decisions. Not mine, but following, So yeah, take responsibility for that. And everything I learned bad, learned from my dad. It is what it is. And I had to think about it. That's what he was. That's how he was. That's how I thought I was going to be. Like father, like son. Until I realized that ain't my thing. So that's why I stepped aside. And I was taught at the time what I thought was a way of life. Okay? Being like my dad. Being a hustler, making that fast money, talking slick change. Oh, yeah. Did that. Got the t-shirt and the scars to prove that too. Okay, so scars that come with that. And a lot of them don't get to have the scars. Why? They don't make it through. I'm happy with the scars. Okay, I got prison time. I got to change around. And I look back, I see a lot of my life in some of the movies, mainly Crossroads, because of situations in life. And I looked at the devil being the white guy, the entities that he worked for, and to me, they were the devils. But he had to work off of that. Okay, what I need to do? I went to work. Long story short, for the dark side again. Moving on. And the other side to that is the Crossroad movie. Son and Soul getting them back to normal. Okay. And Star Wars. Why? Luke, use the Force, and I am your father. I made the decision to do the dark side. Okay. I want to walk in the light. I'm Luke Skywalker. Why? I'm going into the light, dog. Dark ain't working for me. For him, fine. For me, no, so much. I gave my son the light, not the dark. See, I changed that nonsense. All right, but again, when you give him what you got, you only got what you got. And then what you got is what you got, you get that to him. And I took it and made the best of it. And I danced with the devil. Which, crooked police, undercover bull stuff. Yeah, been there, done that too. Okay, tell you, I was Bill's son. Everything we did was crooked. Police were crooked. Moving on, I ain't hope the statute of limitation war, but moving on, I ain't got time for that. Again, you can't do wrong, and everybody know what you're doing. Payroll, moving on. I never stopped that. Moving on, stop that guy, get out of there. But when you're doing dark things, you on the dark side, hands up, I got the black on, I'm sweating like a pig. I gotta get some air up in here. Alright, but that lifestyle is still going on. Just because I don't do it, because here, it still goes on. It still perpetuates, and I see it every day. I ain't got to be part of it, but I still see it. But guess what? I'm not involved. My son's not involved. My grandson's not involved. So that lifestyle is no longer in our family tradition. That's my point. We live on the light side, not the dark side. All right, let me wrap this up. All right, wait a minute. Okay, I danced. I played the game. Put my life out there, yeah. But they called us gangsters, a.k.a. just local drug dealers, running numbers and doing what? Illegal stuff. And at that time, it was admired. That was the thing. Cadillac driving, big pimping. Okay. That was his life. That's his thing, okay? I was just piggybacking. I'm just Bill's son. I'm just hanging on. I'm just, moving and grooving, getting where I fit in, so to speak. But my dad had what they also called henchmen. Back in the day, I got guys to do that. I ain't gonna hit you. Man, they take care of that. They call them henchmen, okay? I call them dogs. That's somebody who, if I sick him on you, he's going to bite you, so to speak, philosophically, metaphorically. But that's what they call it. They call it henchmen, hitmen, all that stuff. But that man, if the boss gave you an order, whoever that was, you got a problem. Why? I don't give a damn. Okay, I have to travel out of town and just jack moving on. Too much TMI. Get out of there. All right. Some of the stuff, like I said, I'm taking that to the grave. Come on, man. Ain't nobody's business but mine. All right. But if you make that deal, a.k.a. metaphorically sell your soul to the devil, that means you're doing wrong willingly. You're willingly doing something that you know is wrong. you become the devil. Why? You're in opposition to God. So the devil don't exist until you create him. All right? But when you do that, understand that deal comes with no guarantees and no afterlife. The hustlers ain't a retirement plan for hustlers. Okay? Get what you can, grab what you could, because when it's over, it's over. Okay? That ain't my thing. But a lot of us who placed metaphorically, okay, who dance metaphorically with the devil, okay, selling your soul. We all get the concept. Make a bad deal, sign all that, but it's all symbolic and metaphorical. When you do something that you know is wrong, that's just wrong. You can't make wrong right. I think people justifying wrong. I hate that. If it's wrong, make it, understand it, and move on. Don't try to make it right. People, no, move it on. All right, let me get this out of the way. And yeah, back in my day, I signed on for the fast life. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait my turn to do my thing. Why? I've been observing. I've been checking out. So when I was ready, I didn't miss the beat. I was ready to go. I came out like the Scary Beetle, ready to go. I cranked it up. I was, all right. And I started. You ready? We had a song called Hustlers Convention. And he tells you, I started at the tender age of 9. Okay? I can pad roll 7, down me old quarter while, I smoked the joint the course of the day. I did all that as a kid. So that life I got in though. By that time, I had already got half my life was in there. When I started that at 20, I was already in. I started at 9. Who started? Sammy Davis Jr. started dancing professionally at 3 years old. I just saw the Charlene Monk, youngest Charlene Monk ever. He started at 2. So now I'm a late bloomer. But it was all for the wrong purpose, so it don't make a difference anyway. But yeah, I got my lessons early in life. All right. And by the time I was 29, that made 20 years of my life I spent serving the devil, doing the wrong thing. Yeah, and just, yeah. And I lived for me. And that's what but guess what? When I paid, that good life, that didn't last long, but then you got to pay. Once I paid, I didn't play no more. I don't want to dance no more. No more dance with the devil. Why? There's a price I don't want to pay. If something you don't want to do, back in my day, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Right now, I can't do the time, so I'm not doing the crime. Simple. Moving on. All that talking, no, I'm walking it. I ain't got time to, no, I'm going to show you, but I can tell you. And after I did my time, okay, I had what I call a change of mind, a.k.a. a change of heart to do right. Go to light. Stop this nonsense that's going to end up in here or in prison or in the graveyard. Just start living right. Lo and behold, things change. All right, now that's the good part. The ego, a.k.a. the devil, or Carl Jung, a man my scientist, he calls it the dark side, the inner self. Okay, we knew that. Dark magician, okay, you can title it whatever you want, but modern time, they understand. We call it the ego, okay? And the ego was raised by a bigger ego. My ego. Raised by a bigger ego. I'm just a little ego. If I'd have kept going, I'd have been a big ego. Shut it down, okay? LO. My dad, it worked for him, just wasn't my thing, okay? And I realized that early in life, so we had a little, some pushback. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing it. I had to move out. We live together. I had to move out. Why? To let him know, I'm not doing this, dog. Excuse me. Person, get out of there. Right, but yeah, that was his thing. I gave him the lace on that. But when you know light, a.k.a. right, from dark, which is wrong, and you go to the dark, you get everything you deserve. I choose to go to light. And the things I'm getting from the light far outweigh what I got from the dark, okay? Minus all that nonsense, but minus the prison time. I can live with that, trust me. But again, I enjoyed the dark side, and it sucks you in. Oh yeah, man, you get, trust me, that lifestyle. Like they say, a dog shit fast, don't shit long. You can't do that but for so long. And some people think they got it perfected, and then, no, don't worry. Wrong ain't never gonna turn out right. No matter how long you do it, it's never gonna be right. So they try to justify, well, when I'm cut, no, it's wrong. Moving on. So that's my thing. I ain't trying to entertain that nonsense. But that dark side lifestyle was good, but only for what? A short while. That's the difference. It don't last long, and that's not good. Longevity, consistency is what I strive on now. I got 10 years doing this. In 8 years, I went through prison, that nonsense, and back again. 10 years, I've been just smooth sailing, enjoying my life. So I know the difference. I can tell you firsthand, it's a big difference. And understand this, nothing good happens to or for me, when I was living ego tripping. My motto was what? It went for bad luck, I had no luck at all. Nothing worked for me. At that time, I was too dumb and ignorant to realize. What makes you think you gonna have good stuff? So it's amazing how ignorant we can be and don't see it. So that's the difference. And I put that part of my life behind me when every day it gets farther and farther away. It's 40-something years now. Wow. Okay. So I'm just grinding, man. I ain't got time to worry about that. The further away from me that means the more I grind that I'm doing. That's all. I'm living. And wrapped it up. Again, appreciate you tuning in, but just want to get this out. I don't know why, but the dark side. I'm hearing a whole bunch of stuff. We all got a dark side. But some of us just choose not to what? Indulge or try to, no. All that wasn't good. Dark means not good. You got to deal with it, though. It happened. Most women, they block out the negative stuff that happened to them. That's not good. Deal with it and move on. That'll help you psychologically. Trust me. I don't need to know your business. But that's the part about us that we need to get better at. What? Realizing what we did, whatever happened, and move on. Don't let that freeze you. Fear holds you back. False evidence appearing real. That stagnates you. That keeps you in your own state of mind. Nobody does it. It's you. You caused that. Moving on. Let me wrap this up. I was a good man. And I never forget when I tell the story about my Hall of Fame introduction, someone said, you wasn't bad. I said, no, but I did bad things, man. Come on now. Hello? You did some bad things. We wasn't, we rolled with that guy. You know how we rolled. That was funny. But I just did bad things with that didn't benefit me. He enjoyed it. He had it, man. But to me, I said, I'm still young. I can go do something else. If I'm not doing this no more, I'm done. So yeah, we made that pass. I did that. But if I'm doing something, I want to benefit. I benefit from teaching my right thing philosophy. I don't give a crap what nobody say. And I was, again, never a bad person. I was an honest drug dealer. That dude, man. I cringe sometimes to, dude, really? Really? So he just wouldn't stop. I wasn't built that way. All right. Okay, I had a heart. All right. And I never was a bad person. My heart, again, kept my integrity to where something I just wouldn't do. I'm not doing that. Again, I ain't built that way. So I always had some restraints and some limits of what I would do, be it good or bad. I definitely know how to limit for bad. I know I'm not doing that. And I didn't rip off nobody. I didn't short nobody. I didn't cheat. Well, I slept around, but how about this? I let them all know I'm loyal to fun and I'm sworn to fun and loyal to none. That means I'm going to do me. I'm doing me. You with it or not, don't make a difference. It's me. I'm going to be doing me. If you with it, cool. No. That's how I did. That's all ego. Moving on. And I did, again, some bad things with drugs. But that's what, that whole world, get out. Why? Ain't nothing good in there. You can't tell me you in that dome of drug game and nothing good. Moving on. As I say, illegal business. Again, I was an honest drug dealer. In my mind, I kept it, fair. I ain't trying to rob you. I ain't there. Okay, make fair exchange. Ain't no robbery. I learned that too. But he said that, but he didn't always uphold it. Moving on. See, when I see chinks, I see hypocrisy in you. I'm starting, pull back a little bit. Whoa. You said that, but anyway. Whoa. Okay. Trust yourself. Who do I trust? Me. That's who. After learning who not to trust. All right. Wrapping it up. I got prison time serving myself, my ego, following somebody else. Okay. That was all ignorant. And since then, because of that price I made the change for myself. Well, I don't want to do that again. And since then, I am blessed daily. Oh, really? Yeah. For what? Serving my higher self. Doing what I do for you and living what I teach you. I'm living by it too. That's why. And if you practice it, guess what? You'll be blessed too. That's the lesson. And even on the dark side, you can get a blessing. Why? Come on over to the light. You ain't got to stay in the dark side. Once you realize you're in the dark, just cut the light on. Come on over, check your boy out. I got you. I'll help you through it. Been there, done that too. All right, in closing, right thinkers, me y'all let it be 100. Me 100 miles a day. So I know that my right thinkers who lived on the dark side and passed away. We all got one.